All right, this one is going to be an interesting one. We're going to create an onboarding scheduler. What this means is that we are going to basically we get a new employee and we want to give them a series of documents or sheets even and give them access, but we don't want to do it all on day one. It's a little overwhelming to say, here's a bunch of links. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a series of emails. We're actually not going to create the emails. We're actually going to automatically send the emails when they need to be sent, along with the access to the sheets, and give them access automatically. So this is going to be very interesting, I swear. But first I want to make the sheet pretty so it doesn't blind you while you watch this video, and also just stick with me because I think this is going to be one of the most interesting videos I ever make. All right, we use sheet styles by bettersheets.co, free Google Sheet add-on to make this sheet look better. So what we have is we have a series of documents. I'm just going to have a first document here, and we're going to do document 1, sheet 1, document 2, sheet 2. We're going to have some email here. And basically, we need a schedule. What's going to happen exactly is we're going to put someone's name here. Let's say I'm onboarding to this company, right? Andrew. My email is, you can give them, you can put actually Andrew at, let's say, bettersheets.co. That's my email address. And I want to send them this document, document 1. I want to give them access, and I want to send them an email telling them they have access. Because what is going to happen, this is all going to happen automatically. We're going to literally do this automatically, but you'll see in a second. Let's make some more. Let's do sheet.new/3. This is, I'm not sharing it right away. And this is sheet 1. We just get that URL. All we need is the URL. All we need is the email address. And actually, I am in my workspace now, so I'm going to do it for someone outside my workspace, camphy@gmail.com. And we're going to send myself this document. When you get access, read this. So basically, you can create SOPs, standard operating procedures. You can create checklists for people when they sign on to your organization, and you can send them both an email saying, hey, check out this document, and a schedule, say a week later or a day, on their first day. Send them another document the second day, and then give them access on that day in the exact same place. So this is going to be really cool. So right now, you can see that this first document is shared with nobody. It is private only to me. So we're going to go to app script, and we're going to work in here and write a little bit of script. If you are a BetterSheets member and you're watching this, then down below at bettersheets.co/tutorials, if you're watching this there, you can get this sheet absolutely free, included with your membership. If you're not watching, you should become a BetterSheets member. All right, we're going to create a few functions here. We need to set up an email to this email address. This is B3, so let's say variable email equals, we got to get that get active spreadsheet. We got to get that range, which is in sheet, get sheet by name. I think it's for still sheet 1 dot get range. I think it was B, was it B2? B3 is wrong. Get value. So now that this line right here is just going to get the email that we're going to send an email. So we want to send an email. I'm going to say, what do we want to say? Well, actually, first off, let's just do mail app, send email. That's the first thing. The recipient is going to be email. The subject, we'll do that later. And then the body here. Okay, let's say variable subject equals, what do we want to do here? We want to say, let's call this send email. Let's just call this next onboarding step. And we're also going to add a timestamp, new date. The reason is because if we name this next onboarding step for each of the emails that we send, then they're going to be threaded together. So we just add this timestamp. We can add other things like what is the step, but for this, we'll just do a timestamp right here. Plus new date, get a timestamp. What is the body? Variable body equals, we're going to need, we want to do this. We want to know what are we sending, B4. So we're going to say something like, hey, we can have their name is going to be B2. So we can take all of this and put a variable onboard name. And instead of B3, we get B2. And we add plus onboard name plus. We'll do, let's take out the, there. Let's do a new line. We want to say, here's your, what, actually, we need to do a new line this way. Here's your next document to review. Here's your document to review today. That's what we'll say. And then we'll put a colon. Let's make sure that capitalization is correct. And then put the document. And for document, I don't know if we want to put it right in here. We might want to do doc here. So doc. We'll have a doc URL. Okay, but before we send an email, we need to make sure that someone is actually a viewer of this. So add viewer onboard viewer. And what do we need? We need the email address. We definitely need that. So we'll copy that again. So for a test right now, we will put doc in here, but I want to do variable doc equals. We're just going to get the URL here, document 1. Put that in quotes. And we can just use the regular quotes. And we want to say doc dot. And we're going to use this add viewer. We just need an email address, and can never remember the syntax of this, so it's so much easier just to go to the Google Docs help here and see it here. So we have add viewer, email address, and we need adds a given user to the list of viewers for the file. If the user already was available as editors, this method has no effect. So if they're have no relation to the document, they'll add as a viewer. If they are an editor, it won't do anything. If they're already a viewer, it won't do anything. So we need a class file, which is going to be, this is a document, so we need variable document equals document app dot get. I think I had the drive here. Now we have document. This is probably better. And what we need is to get the doc and then add the viewer. That's it. Should be it. But we'll see if we get any document.add viewer. Perfect. Email. Now, what this add onboard viewer is doing, it's getting our email from B3. It's getting the document that we have hard coded here, but we will get that again in another way soon enough. But just to test it out, I'm going to run this right now. I'm going to choose add onboard viewer, run, see if we have any issues. I'm going to authorize. I would recommend doing it this way as well to just test it and authorize it right away. Let's see if we've been shared. It has now been shared. You saw no cuts, no anything. I've now shared it with someone. I'm going to remove access so we get to see that again and we get to do it again. But basically, now we can take this document. Actually, we don't even need to delete it. We can just comment it out, put doc there. Now we have these two functions that we've already written. Send an email. We can send an email based on a document. We can send we can add a viewer based on a document and their email address. But how do we schedule these things to go? How do we combine them? That is the question now. So one thing I did is I will just add documents here. This makes it a little simpler. But let's say we have a key here, sent or not sent. Maybe we want to say, maybe what we want to do is every single day we're going to send an email, but only if there is something to send. Meaning if there is nothing in this sent column, each one of these is document. Maybe this is document for day 1, this is day 2, day 3, day 4, right? And in the sent column, we're just going to write sent if it's been sent, okay? So we need to function check send. And we're going to probably use this to be the trigger. So every day we're going to create a trigger. We're going to have it time driven. You'll see that in a second after this. But we're going to need something to trigger. We need to check send. What are we going to check send? We're going to go to our spreadsheet and get an array. Call it sense. We'll get sheet by name dot get range. We're going to get whatever range is here. So we want like B4 to C7, let's say. There we go. And then we're going to get values. Why we get values instead of get value is that it is an array, a two-dimensional array, and we can actually log this to look at it first. Let's look at the sense. And let's save, and then we'll check send, run this, and we'll see this array. There is a document, and then if it's sent or not is there as well. So we can see if these are all there, and we have all of that. Let's look at that in the log as well. And it should be a two-dimensional array. We have 4 arrays in an array here. We have the first item is going to be this document, and then the second item in each array is going to be the sent, if it's sent or not. Okay, so how do we then send it? If, not if, we want to do for. We want to do a for loop here, equals I equals 0. I is less than sense.length. We're going to actually let's double check this length. Sense.length I plus plus. Then we're going to put a little function here in a hot second, but let's just log this sense.length and make sure that it's 4 here. 4, exactly. So that's how many there are. So there's 4 items. And for each one, we want to check if since I 0 is equal to blank, then we want to break out. Once we do first one, we just want the first one. Since, so then we're going to do add on, we want to add the onboarding first with since 0. I think actually this is going to be a 1 because that's going to be if it's blank, right? And then we want to send an email. So we're going to take this send email, and instead of doc, we're going to do the exact same thing. This is the first item. This is the second item in the first array. It's going to look at, is it sent or not? We are going to delete that. Delete that. We have all the same document. All right, and then what we need to do is actually write sent in here. So we're going to do spreadsheet app. Take all of this. This I is going to be here. Get range is going to be which row? Let's put I in there first for a hot second. We want column 3, number of rows. Actually, I think this is going to be 1. Nope, this is going to be I. 1. We only want 1 to do. We want to set value sent. I actually think this should be up here, not equal to sent, no matter what it is. Maybe there's some date in it or whatever. We're only going to send 1 at a time because we're going to break out of this, I do believe. But the first time this runs, this I is going to be 0, and it's going to be the 4th row we want to do. So this is I plus 4, I believe. And let's see if this runs. So first off, let's go back to our document and see we have nobody shared on it now. It's private only to me. And And I can also check my email. And let's just run check send and see if we get an error. We have written sent here. We have in our document, it is shared with one person. And we are in our, let's look at our sent folder in our email. Let's look at our sent. And there it is. So next onboarding step, and we need to add a little space here. But hey, Andrew, here's your document to review today. And if I open it in an incognito window, I don't think I'll be able to open it. I'll have to sign in. But I already know I am already shared on this with one person. That person is here. So that's pretty cool that we can then send these documents one at a time. But let me add a trigger here, right? We need a trigger because we don't want to come in here and click this send every single day. So we go over to the left side here where this clock is, go to triggers. Round my face down here, add trigger. We're going to choose which function to run. We're going to check send. We're going to time driven, select event source time driven. We want to change this to a day timer. We want to send it, in the morning-ish, so 8 to 9 a.m. Before 9 a.m., you'll get this day's, onboarding documents. Click save. And now we'll see a trigger here, which will send every single day, but at some random time between 8 and 9 a.m. And then every day thereafter, it'll be every 24 hours. If you want to delete it, just go here, delete trigger, because what's going to happen is, let's say these are all sent. I want to double check that this is not continuing to send every day after the first 4 days. So we have the time-driven trigger already done, but I can see right now it is all sent. These are all sent. So does this trigger? Does it actually send an email? And we can check our inbox or our sent and double check there is nothing here. So you can check that as well with this code if you want to. Double check that it won't send if everything is sent. It won't send again. But you do probably want to go back and delete this trigger just in case. And you can always use this as a template. Put in the number of documents they need to have, all of the documents here, have sent in this column, put the email address there, and save this as a template and copy it every time you have someone onboarding. Should be pretty fun and pretty easy to do and simple for you to onboard people one day at a time with the specific SOPs that they have. Also double check, this is probably all within 1 week, weekends it might send as well. So watch out for that. Bye.